How to manage a construction crew. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to manage and lead a construction crew. I have done it before, by the way, worked with lots of foremen, and we also wrote the book Elevating Construction Foremen, also titled Elevating Construction Crew Leaders. And the content in this book, as we combined information from a lot of really great foremen throughout the United States, really shed some light on how to manage and lead a crew effectively. So that's what we're going to talk about here. I'm going to go through the exact steps, provide advice, and then we're going to link you to the books and resources. I think you're going to love it. So let's get started. There's a big difference between management and leadership. And so that's kind of a theme as I've been recording some videos on this YouTube channel. That's kind of a theme. Management is always the management of the environment and the things that the people need so people can do their best work. People aren't managed, people are led, right? So we manage environments so people can do their best work. So I'm going to categorize this in both ways so that we can have a really nice discussion. If we want more detail on this, there's a couple things, and I hope you like them enough to like and subscribe to the video or to comment. I would love to hear what you do for your crew to lead and manage as well. But the key is we're going to leave you with a book reference, a Miro board that we've created for you, and other industry trainings that you can go avail yourself of, I think is how you would say it, so that you can go be the best crew leader you can possibly be. So let's get started. We're going to talk about management first. All right, so number one, planning and organization. This is a management of things again, okay? So the plan is a thing. And it's part of the environment that your workers deserve. So this will start out 3 months in advance, hopefully to your work happening at least, with a pull plan. And then around 3 weeks in advance, you're going to be a part of the quality pre-construction meeting as a part of the trade partner preparation process. And then you're going to really get familiar either before or after with the plans and the specifications. Make sure that you've ordered the right equipment, the right material, that you can allocate the labor for your first start date when you arrive on the project site. And then you'll participate with the general contractor once you arrive on site with look-ahead planning and weekly work planning and day planning as a part of the last planner system. Your ability to get the look-ahead, the weekly work plan, the day plan, and your visual zone maps and your logistics plans in a visual format is a thing that must be managed for your crew. So are you leading your crew? Are you managing your crew well? Here's the question. Do they have at their place of work the look-ahead, weekly work plan, day plan, and the visual maps showing exactly what we're doing in addition to your safety pre-task plan and your visual quality expectations? Number two, I'm going to call this process optimization. This is where you delegate tasks, where you streamline activities, and where you make sure that quality control is spread throughout every bit of work that you engage in with your crew. So what I mean by this process optimization is that you must make sure that the processes you are using are working, that they are optimized, that everyone knows their tasks, that you've created standard work, and that you are able to ensure quality at the source every step of the way. That is a thing, a process that must be managed. Number three, performance tracking, tracking your production rates, right? Tracking the quality, tracking your schedule, making sure you're done in the zone, making sure you're finishing from a quality perspective as you go. You must manage the completion of tasks and your ability to track performance and know whether or not you're hitting the right marks. Okay, so again, whether that's the management of the system, whether it's the streamlining of the process, whether it's a key performance indicator, whether it's a visual control, an inspection checklist, the following of your pre-task plan, or whatever it is, you as a foreman must be able to manage expectations so people can do their best work. Number four, problem solving. You'll do this in your look-aheads and your weekly work plans where you try to find your roadblocks. Having an actual rhythm, a time to do it, and an approach to solve problems is key. So 6 weeks out, you're going to be looking for roadblocks. A week out, you're going to be really looking for anything that could go wrong. Day planning, you're going to be preventing problems so that you can execute properly. But if you ever have an impact, a slowing of productivity, if you have a delay, a roadblock, a problem, it is your job to go in and manage not only the process of finding and solving them, but the conclusion of solving those problems all the way to the point where the workers can do their work is yours to manage. You also have administrative duties. You also have training, as a part of your training program and the standard work that you create with your visuals, that is something to be managed. And anything that comes down to cost management for your crew to make sure that you're meeting production. These are all things that are going to be managed. In addition to that, let me close out the management part of this by saying you manage the environment to make sure that it's clean, it's safe, it's organized, everything is where it needs to be, materials are where they need to be, you know exactly where your zone is, and your people have the information. Those are management skills. So if you want to know how to manage your crew, do that. But those are things, those are processes, those are systems, and those are environments. Now let's talk about leadership. Just like with a construction project or a small construction company, you want to provide the vision and the clarity for what you're doing. So even at the crew level, within your work package, you're inspiring them for a vision. Like, hey, we're going to go ahead and erect these wall forms. This has such a nice reveal that aligns with other components inside the building. We want quality. This is what I want, right? You're inspiring people. You're not controlling, micromanaging them. You are inspiring them. So create a clear vision every day for what the crew is doing inside their work package. Number 2, inspiration and motivation. Like literally, like have something that you believe in. If you're just coming in to earn a paycheck, if you're just here because you have to, that's not very motivating. What are we doing? We provide excellent quality. We are the best at formwork. We put up more drywall in a day accurately than any other contractor, or our exterior systems never fail a water test, or whatever it is. Provide that inspiration, that motivation to your crew. Let them know what they're doing. Give them something to believe in. Human beings want to have a purpose. Really, even if it accidentally ended up being just about a paycheck, people can be pulled out of that very quickly. So you're not managing people here, you're leading them by providing that motivation. Number 3, change management. When I talk about change management, I am talking about getting the crew to adopt new practices, to change how they're thinking, to provide feedback, to take time to continuously improve, to look at possibly using a new tool or doing something a different way, or adopting one-piece flow, or implementing lean practices, or participating in huddles. This is not something that you manage like hard line. This is like, hey, can I help you? Let me prepare you. Hey, I'd like you to do this tomorrow. Hey, what are your ideas? Let me engage and connect with you. A real leader will help people manage change. 4, communication. This is huge. I love Patrick Lencioni said, somebody does not hear what you're saying or understand it until you have said it 7 different times. That's huge. I can't imagine even like telling my kids, and I love my kids, something 7 times. If it's clean their room, it's probably 20. But hey, here's the deal. You have got to communicate, over-communicate, then over-communicate again. And then when you're annoyed with yourself and the crew wants to punch you in the face, congratulations, you've barely scratched the surface on how much we should communicate. Communicate the vision. Communicate what we're doing. Communicate every day the quality expectations. Communicate every day the safety expectations. How we do things. Train. Spend 15 minutes with a worker on the crew to show them again. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Let me give you a quick example of this. There was a civil company, and they're great. You can learn from them to this day. But we had checklists for even installing just a simple water line. And some of the foremen were like, we all know how to do it. But they still had problems. They still had leaks. They still had problems with slope for gravity lines when they were doing sewer or storm drain. And so once they actually every day started to go over the quality checklist and teach and mentor and communicate, it all went away. But it was something so simple. All it came down to was communication. That's real leadership. Number 5 is relationship building. If you take the time to have a relationship with these workers on your crew, that will pay dividends. Not only will they have a good experience, not only will you be connected, but they want to do a good job for you. So if you really want to lead and manage a crew, and I would say in this case not manage but lead, like really form a real connection. And then the last one, this is huge enough to where I'd love to hear your thoughts about how you do it, is to provide professional or personal development. Are you helping their career? Are you helping to sign off skills for them so they can get their next promotion? Are you offering them training? Are you helping them pay, not from your own pocket, but from the company, for training that will elevate them? Do they have a professional development plan? If you give to these folks and grow them and build them, they will do a great job building for you. And so I do want to close out with that. I'm going to put this into a Canva graphic for you so you can take it out to the field and start implementing tomorrow. But there's a big difference between management and leadership. You manage things, processes, and environments, and you lead people. And a lot of foremen think they're supposed to be the tough guy or gal. That's not the case. Form real connections, lead your crew. It will make all the difference. I hope you enjoyed the deliverables in the description below and that you've enjoyed this video. On we go.